Hey guys, welcome back. This is the third part of my Snatcher video series, and we're about to go meet Gibson where he's at the abandoned factory like he called up in the last video. As you see, I'm clicking on everything just to get details of the game. Like I said, there's a chunk of it. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where you can do whatever you want basically for a long period of time, but it is a game that you get more out of this game the more you put in. And if you're curious about the vehicles and stuff like that, it's good to look because you learn little additional notes about stuff. But as you see in this level, a lot of this stuff is mandatory because you'll come across little clues as you investigate, as you'll see further on in this video. I always wanted to drive the turbo cycle. Unfortunately,
For the abandoned factory.
It's only like a little cutscene where it just shows it going forward, which is kind of unfortunate because there's two joysticks there, so it looks like there's a manual mode.
My first day on the job, and now this. Ace Junker Gibson is cornered the suspected Snatcher. I wonder if this guy really is a Snatcher. Guess I'll find out now if all that training really paid off.
I think this game still would make a super cool movie or anime or something like that. I wish they would do something like that. If I ever become rich and I acquire the license, like, I guarantee I would do something with it. Like I said earlier, this game would be perfect for like the Nintendo DS or 3DS, and maybe update the graphics somewhat. Even these graphics would hold up nicely. Or like, I think, like I was saying before, a Heavy Rain type remake would be cool, or even maybe something like that game LA Noire that's coming out. That game's so cool. I'm so excited about that actually. I think it comes out on the 17th of this month, May, because that'll be around the time this video is posted, and today's the last day of April. That's why I paused there for a second. But yeah, I'm super stoked about that game. I don't have a whole lot of funds, but I'm gonna find a way to get it. I'm really excited. The game looks so cool. Look it up on YouTube. Like, the facial animation on that game's insane. They like have some new process where like they record the people and somehow map it to the faces. It looks super good. I read about it in a magazine like months before and I didn't believe it. This was, LA Noire was actually one of those. There's a scream.
Oh, no.
What was that?
A male scream. Perhaps something has happened to Jean-Jacques. Gillian, please use extreme caution. I read multiple moving objects within the factory. This could indicate the presence of Snatchers or Insectors.
Insectors? What in the world's that?
A spider-like robot used by Snatchers as security devices. Though compact in size, they are armed with needle guns. Use extreme caution.
As I was saying, I read about that game months before in like a magazine, and I wasn't really impressed until I saw it. But anyway, it was originally supposed to be like one of the big games for the PlayStation 3, and then you didn't hear about it. I thought it was canceled, but now it's coming out finally. I was super excited. It looks like the PS3 is the version to get though, because it has some extra stuff, and I think it was originally programmed for that. I know it's kind of crazy, I'm playing a different game and talking about another one. But that's part of, I guess, the charm of this channel. I'm saving my game. I would say frequent in this. There's not a whole lot of action segments, but when they come up, if I remember correctly, which I haven't played this game in a long time, which should be my tagline because I say that all the time. But like, I think it's one of those games where it doesn't say continue, you have to actually load up your save game, so definitely save it as frequently as possible. And as far as the playthrough goes, I'm pretty confident that I might more than likely finish this playthrough because I've gotten this far, so why not? Plus, a lot of you guys are never gonna see this game, and I would like to give you guys the opportunity to be able to see it. Plus, I wouldn't mind watching this over again. Instead of watching a movie, I'll watch my Snatcher playthroughs. I might go back to Mother 3 and do that one too, but right now this is my main focus. I also added a super long Earthworm Jim 2 video. For whatever reason, they added like an extra 30 minutes to the video.
What the?
It's Little John.
Little John?
Yes, Jean-Jacques Gibson's personal navigator.
I never think of Little John, I think of Robin Hood and Men in Tights, where he's in that little creek and he's kicking up and down, and it's like only like an inch deep. Everybody thought of that as like a crappier Mel Brooks film, but I always liked it. I still don't know, like, I know he's slashed and everything. I'm trying to figure out what the heck Little John would have looked like if he was still functional. I think it's a robot. I'm sure it doesn't have a gender, but its name's John, so I'm gonna guess it's a boy. Or it's supposed to look like one or something. There's another game called Cobra that I heard somewhat like this. I'm gonna look into that. If it's anything like this, I'll probably add a video of that if I can get it to work. But I probably won't do anything like that until after I'm finished with this series of videos. Now, the plan is to add maybe a Snatcher video and then a regular video. I'd technically add Earthworm Jim. It's like a 30-something minute video, and like I said, add another 30 minutes. So once it turns black, there's a note in the beginning of the video that tells you everything. Once it turns black, it's over, so there's nothing at the end of the video, so ignore it.
Well, what do you think? Can you get this memory chip out of there in one piece?
I will attempt it. Now retrieving memory chip. Memory chip retrieved.
Well, don't ignore the video, just ignore it after it turns black. Once I say goodbye, the video is done. That was interesting. I actually had a lot to say about that game. I wanted to originally do Earthworm Jim Special Edition, which I had on the Sega CD, but I couldn't get it to work. But that's the superior version of Earthworm Jim. If I get it to work properly, I'll definitely make a video of that. And you guys can start requesting videos for the NES and the Sega Genesis. Maybe the Game Boy. You can make requests for the Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance. Those are the three things I'm working on right now. Soon I'll probably switch to the Super Nintendo too, but right now those are the three systems I'm kind of focusing on. Like, you have to look at this area in this game like with a fine-tooth comb, basically. This game only got a teen rating, which is nuts because this is definitely mature. I would consider mature level gore. Australia probably wouldn't release this game. That's stupid that they're so strict about games like that. I feel so bad, like TMK, which is one of the guys that has a channel. If you haven't seen his channel, like, it's Total Mortal Kombat's TMK. He's this guy from Australia, this guy named Luke, and he's like so loyal to the Mortal Kombat fan base, and I just feel so bad for him that him being one of the biggest fans ever, he can't even play Mortal Kombat right now, so I hope he definitely gets a chance. He also just released Commodore 64, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo channel, which is super cool. Like, definitely check out his channel. He's the one. Hold on.
So, John had an ulcer, huh?
Yes. In addition, I read a substantial quantity of partially digested organic compounds.
Organic compounds? If you can determine the composition and the degree to which the food's been digested, we may be able to figure out where Jean's been.
But definitely check out TMK Luke's channel. Like, He's one of the people that made me want to start making videos. He was like kind of like Stevebenway and people like that review the video while talking while they play it.
Analysis complete. Results on the display. 1. Chromosomal analysis of cells from the papilla and root reveal 46XY. Subject is male. 2. Hair color, brown. Hair structure reading of 65 indicates European subject, wavy hair. 3. Attachment of root structure and thickness of the base of the strand suggest hair was pulled out of a follicle. 4. Enzyme antibody analysis indicates subject is blood type A, Rh factor negative. 5. Cell component distribution indicates presence of artificial protein compounds. The results of the analysis strongly suggest that the strand of hair was pulled from the scalp of Jean's attacker during their struggle. This strand of hair almost certainly came from a male European, blood type A negative Snatcher.
Like, if you haven't seen Stevebenway's channel, he's on there as Retro Game Collector.
Recovered tissue sample.
Check his page out too. Like, they're some of my favorite people
Results on the display.
to watch on YouTube.
1. Enzyme antibody analysis indicates subject is blood type O, Rh factor negative. 2. Chromosomal analysis of cells in the sample reveal 46XX. Subject is female. 3. Cell component distribution indicates presence of artificial protein compounds. 4. Number of melanocytes in sample indicates that subject is Caucasian. The results of the analysis strongly suggest that the tissue sample, a cluster of skin cells, was scraped from the subject during a struggle with Jean. These skin cells almost certainly came from a female European, blood type O negative Snatcher.
Like, if you like watching CSI, you like sci-fi, or like any of the games, I wouldn't say it's like Phoenix Wright fully where it's like a courtroom game, but if you like games where you check evidence and stuff like that, like, this would appeal to you, as long as you don't mind reading and the menu-driven
Incision in
parts.
Jean's stomach to analyze organic compounds present.
I want a Metal Gear.
Analysis complete. Results on the display.
I think that would make such a cool toy.
Results of the analysis indicate the organic compounds are primarily composed proteins that have been exposed to digestive acids for approximately 3 hours. Amino acid structure of the protein suggests the meat is that of a buffalo.
Buffalo meat?
Yes, buffalo meat. The results indicate that Jean ate buffalo meat somewhere about 3 hours before he was killed.
I've actually had buffalo before. Everybody says the burgers are so good. I think they're kind of bland. But that's just me. My dad had one. He thought it was out of this world. But I was like, yeah, it's alright. Sorry for anybody who's a vegetarian for talking about meat. This weird feeling. I just want to stick my finger in his neck hole. Is that strange? I try to leave some space here so you actually can read along, because that's part of the fun. Just in case my commentary isn't entertaining you, which you're probably not a human being if it's not. One thing that might turn off people, you have to go and look and click on the same stuff more than once sometimes, because you'll find something that you didn't see before. But you definitely get used to it. It's more so on this part than any other part in the game. Which you'll see. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the whole playthrough. Now, I can't give you a time frame of when it's going to be done though. There's a lot of stuff I want to do with this channel that I'm pretty excited about, but I'll let you guys know when it comes about. I don't want you guys sitting there twiddling your thumbs, checking it every 3 seconds to see when I'm going to add something. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to save my special stuff till more of you start subscribing. No, I wouldn't do that. I appreciate the fan base I already have, but more subscribers are definitely welcome. And I've been actually trying to be more active in replying to all your guys' videos. I listen to these videos and hear how horrible my English is. I don't talk like this in real life. I'm just not thinking straight when I'm playing in game and looking at the videos and talking at the same time. I can't multitask. It's beyond my capabilities. I was gonna say Metal Gear, that would be such a cool toy, like if they like made them walk like a mech and stuff like that, maybe did something, I don't know, like interactive, like maybe even as something simple as one of those Zuzu pets, which I'm ashamed to admit this, I love those little Zuzu things, they're nuts, like it drives my dog crazy, like she'll chase them like they're real, you know, like she'll sniff it and they'll like back away from her nose and stuff like that. Eventually Skynet's gonna take control of those and then they'll like start jumping on people and grinding their faces with the wheels at the bottom of the toy. What a bleak future, huh? Like I was saying, like when I said this game's good with the DS, like I think this would work perfectly with the stylus, and you could like make things more interactive, like if you actually touched, like maybe this screen you could touch with the stylus and stuff like that and click on them. Or like if it's heavy rain, like you'd have all these little buttons floating on everything, that'd be cool. One thing I would like though, if they had it like they had enough feature on Resident Evil and even on Drake's Fortune, like instead of just like investigating something, I'd love it if you actually could like rotate the objects around and look and zoom in and out. Like I always liked that feature in like the first Resident Evil. They didn't really do it in the other ones until the remake, which is a superior remake, by the way. If you haven't played it on GameCube, I think they made another Wii port. That's an awesome version. And then Drake's Fortune, like the treasures you collect in that game, they can zoom in and rotate and stuff like that. Like Uncharted. I keep on saying Drake's Fortune, that was the first one. Like Uncharted, like any of the stuff you could zoom in, you could actually see where like the metal pieces were welded together and stuff like that. If they had a feature like in a remake like this, I would love it, especially with the futuristic theme, like zooming in the futuristic technology and seeing how it works is cool. Like the Metal Gear Solid 4 actually had that too, which was awesome, like with your gun when you were rebuilding it, stuff like that. And considering those people made this, it would be a perfect fit. Man, I hope they do something with this series and just like not let it rot. It has so much potential if they did it right, but I highly doubt it because nobody's gonna ask for it. There's only like a select few people that only even know about this game. There are a lot of times referenced in magazines. See, I missed this paper the first time because I didn't look again. You definitely just want to keep on looking at your evidence. In the next video, you're going to see a lot of how the evidence and stuff like this fits into everything. You get to use your detective skills and utilize a computer and stuff like that. It'll be an interesting video, I think, next time. There's so much to this game. Like, I love it. I'll be super happy if I finish this whole series, and I really hope you guys watch this and not get bored of it.
I'm reading movement.
Because if you like watch this and give this video and stuff like that a chance, like this is such a cool game.
Snatchers.
Maybe we'll pass on the word.
I suggest we investigate.
I don't know if you read earlier, but Snow 9 actually, like, it's with this, I guess it's from the, I can't remember if it was from the synthetic skin, and I probably read this on the last video or so. I just can't remember. Something to do with the Snatchers that makes people sneeze and is allergic. It's like it has something to do with the particles they give off from the fake skin or whatever. So that's why he's sneezing like that. Dude, I would totally steal that wheelbarrow. Has my name written all over it. You guys like my acting there? It was super sweet. They actually did a pretty good job with the 64 color palette. I know it's not saying much here, but I never felt like the colors were limited in this game. And I love the gore. I think when the Saturn and PlayStation versions came out, they actually edited all this, which was strange because it came out in Japan. Japan rarely ever censors their violence. So we were lucky enough to get this. There's only like one small scene there was like some sexual references and the ages of certain people are changed because they're too young, but all in all, this was a pretty solid version. Some actually consider the Sega CD version to be the superior version, even over the PlayStation and Saturn versions. This is the only version I've actually ever played before, but I've been on, they're kind of harder to find. Like, there are Snatcher websites or websites that are fan pages, Hideo Kojima. Like, if you look in there and do some research, like, it'll talk all about it. Like, I know some sites had people actually type out the whole script of this game, which is pretty nuts. But very, very appreciated.
Evacuate immediately. There is little time.
Here's kind of telling you what I was telling you before, and to make sure you save often. Plus, if something happens, you don't want to go through all this stuff all over again, especially a text-based game like this, because you're going to see the exact same thing over and over again if you got to play it again. It's not like it's going to change. But yeah, the fan community is pretty decent on here. It's not as big. Like the Earthbound community, like I was telling you, is like way bigger and more informative. But there are spaces where people have placed their information, especially the artwork. This are the interactive segments I was talking about last video. There are more in this, and they do get more intense if you're able to. If you have the means, which I don't know if you do or not. Like, it'd be rare if you did. If you have the Justifier light gun, I recommend playing with that. It makes these scenes way more fun. But this is kind of fun too in a weird way. It's definitely welcome in between all the reading and everything like that. Like, I appreciate the action segments. This is actually like another thing in the game. Like, I don't think these were in the other versions. They might have been the PlayStation Saturn version, but the versions before this were, as far as I know, weren't in the game. Like, that's something that could be more, like, done more in the remakes too, if they ever made a remake. Is I think these kind of interactive versions, like, they put more of that in there, it would definitely make the game better. I feel like.
Getting out of here.
Sorry, I cannot go with you.
What's wrong with
Obviously, you know how perfect it worked for a PlayStation or a 360, but this would work cool with a stylus or something like that. Also with the 3DS, like, if you could, since it has the motion sensor technology, if you actually could move the system around, I think that'd be cool. That seemed to be cool in 3D.
Jeez, my ears are really ringing.
That's because you left the volume turned up.
Damn Snatchers.
There is no need for concern. I have stored all the information about the evidence and the area in my memory. We should return to Junker headquarters.
And
We've returned to Junker headquarters.
They're gonna kind of review what you went through a little bit.
Now entering the building.
In the next video, we're gonna be investigating Gibson's death more thoroughly and use the clues and stuff like that he's given us.
I heard about Jean.
I'm sorry. I wish I could have done more.
You performed your duties.
While this video is finishing up, I want to say, if you like this video, subscribe, and hopefully we'll do a whole playthrough of this whole game. I would like to, anyway. Unless something else comes up, but I think I'm going to finish it. And if you like these videos, subscribe, and thank you to all those that are subscribing. And after this video is done, I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 4, hopefully, and maybe I'll add another video game video in between.
Seed, I need you to take over for him. You're the only one I've got left who can battle this Snatcher menace.
Thanks again for watching, and take care.